Tired of expensive dates, frustrating online matches, and feeling like your love life is stuck in a loop? What if I told you there's a place where your money goes further? The women are beautiful and feminine, and adventure awaits around every corner. Welcome to Nicaragua, the most affordable country in Latin America for Western men looking for romance, excitement, and a fresh start. Many Western men are turning to Latin America in search of something different. They want more than just casual dating. They want connection, passion, and adventure. Whether it's the warm culture, family-oriented values, or simply the excitement of being in a new environment, Latin America has become a hotspot for men looking to redefine their dating lives. But why Nicaragua? Is it really the last hidden gem for men seeking authentic, drama-free relationships? And how does it compare to other Latin American hotspots? Stick around, because by the end you'll know exactly why Nicaragua might just be the perfect place for your next adventure, both in life and in love. Nicaragua, a budget-friendly paradise. If you're looking for a place where you can live well on a budget, enjoy a vibrant social life, and date beautiful women without breaking the bank, Nicaragua is the perfect destination. Unlike its more expensive neighbors like Costa Rica and Panama, Nicaragua remains one of the cheapest countries in Latin America, without sacrificing quality of life. Let's break down exactly what you can expect in terms of cost of living, rent, food, transportation, and entertainment. For a single Western man, Nicaragua offers an incredible standard of living at a fraction of the cost compared to the US, Canada, or Western Europe. A budget of $1,200 to $1,800 per month allows you to live comfortably, including rent, dining, entertainment, and even dating expenses. Renting in Nicaragua is one of the biggest money savers, and prices depend on location. In Managua, which is the capital city, a one-bedroom apartment in a good area costs $300 to $500, whereas the colonial charm of Granada costs $250 to $400 for one bedroom. A large, fully furnished home costs $600 per month. Near the beach and surf town, one bedroom costs as low as $400 to $700 per month. Moreover, a large house with pleasant ocean views costs $800 to $1,200 per month. But if you're looking to save more and afford a good living, then long-term rentals in local neighborhoods can be as cheap as $200 per month. Street food and local markets. If you love fresh and flavorful food, you can eat for $2 to $5 per meal at local markets. Traditional dishes like gallo pinto, rice and beans, fried plantains, and grilled meats are both delicious and affordable. A meal at a sit-down restaurant costs between $6 to $12, while dining at a Western-style restaurant can be $15 to $20 per person. If you prefer cooking at home, $200 to $300 per month is enough to buy fresh produce, meats, and seafood at local markets. Nicaragua's public transportation is incredibly affordable, making it easy to get around without spending much. Local buses, known as chicken buses, cost only 25 cents to $1 per ride, making them the cheapest option for daily travel. Taxis are also budget-friendly, with short rides typically costing between $2 and $5. Just remember to negotiate the fare beforehand. For those who prefer more independence, motorbike rentals are available for around $150 to $200 per month, making them a great long-term option. Car rentals, on the other hand, range from $500 to $800 per month and are generally unnecessary unless you live in rural areas. Ride-sharing apps like Dai and Uber are limited, so taxis and motorbikes are the most common ways to get around. Comparison with other Latin American countries. Nicaragua is significantly more affordable than Costa Rica, with living costs around 50 to 60% lower, particularly in rent and dining. While Costa Rica has better infrastructure and more tourism, Nicaragua offers a more budget-friendly lifestyle with similar natural beauty. Compared to Panama, Nicaragua is much cheaper. Panama is modern, developed, and has a strong economy, but living there costs at least twice as much as in Nicaragua. Expats looking for affordability will find Nicaragua a better option. When comparing Nicaragua to Colombia, both are similarly affordable, but Nicaragua is considered safer. Additionally, foreign men in Nicaragua face less competition in dating, making it an attractive destination for those seeking a relaxed and cost-effective lifestyle. Now that you know how affordable Nicaragua is, let's dive into what makes Nicaraguan women so special. Before we dive deeper, let me know in the comments. Have you ever considered dating in Latin America? If so, where? The appeal of Nicaraguan women. One of the biggest reasons Western men are drawn to Nicaragua is the country's beautiful, feminine, and traditional women. Unlike in many Western nations, where dating has become complicated and transactional, Nicaraguan women value relationships, family, and romance. Let's explore what makes them unique, what they look for in a man, and why foreigners are so appealing to them. Nicaraguan women are known for their exotic and diverse beauty, thanks to a mix of mestizo, European, African, and indigenous influences. This blend creates a variety of stunning appearances, from tan-skinned brunettes with deep brown eyes to lighter-skinned women with European features. Managua and Granada. Women in these cities tend to have more European and mestizo influences, often with lighter skin, wavy or straight hair, and delicate facial features. Caribbean coast, blue fields and corn islands. Due to the African and Creole influences, women from this region often have curvier figures, darker skin, and naturally curly or wavy hair. Regardless of their background, Nicaraguan women take pride in their appearance. They dress femininely, wear makeup, and love to look attractive to their partner, something that is becoming rare in many Western countries. If you're tired of Western dating culture, where women can be career-focused, overly independent, or uninterested in traditional relationships, you'll find Nicaraguan women refreshingly different. Nicaraguan women are raised to value family and relationships. They love taking care of their loved ones and believe in loyalty and commitment. Unlike the West, where dating can feel transactional, Nicaraguan women prioritize emotional connection over materialism. While many women are educated and work, they still value a man who can provide stability. Most Nicaraguan women believe in traditional gender roles. They appreciate a man who leads, protects, and provides, while they nurture the home and relationship. At the same time, younger women, especially in university towns like Leon, are more open to casual dating, but they still tend to be loyal and affectionate partners. What Nicaraguan women look for in a man. If you want to attract a high-quality Nicaraguan woman, it's not just about money, though financial stability does help. Nicaraguan women don't look for bad boys or overly independent men. They want a reliable, kind, and family-oriented partner. Nicaraguan women love masculine energy. If you are confident, take charge, and show leadership, you'll be highly attractive to them. They appreciate a man who makes decisions, sets goals, and provides direction in a relationship. Unlike some countries where women chase wealth, Nicaraguan women simply want a man who is stable and responsible. They don't expect luxury, but they appreciate a man who can provide basic security. The Western man appeal. Why foreigners are in demand. Nicaraguan men can be jealous, controlling, and unreliable due to the country's machismo culture. Western men, on the other hand, tend to be more respectful, attentive, and emotionally supportive. Many Nicaraguan women struggle with local men who fear commitment or have multiple partners. Western men, especially those looking for love abroad, tend to be more serious about relationships. Dating a foreigner is an exciting opportunity for Nicaraguan women. They love learning about new cultures, traveling, and experiencing different ways of life. Now that you understand what makes Nicaraguan women so special, let's move on to where and how to meet them in Nicaragua. Dating scene in Nicaragua. Where to meet single women. Nicaragua is an underrated destination for dating, offering a mix of traditional values and modern influences. With warm and friendly women, a relaxed lifestyle, and an affordable cost of living, it's a great place for foreign men looking to date. Whether you prefer meeting women in person or through online platforms, Nicaragua has plenty of opportunities. Here's a comprehensive guide on where to meet single women and how to navigate the dating scene successfully. The dating experience in Nicaragua varies depending on the city. Here are the top places to meet single women. Managua, Nicaragua's largest city, has the most diverse dating scene. Here, you'll find women from all backgrounds, including university students, professionals, and socialites. Nightclubs, bars, and restaurants in upscale areas like Zona Hippos and Galeria Santo Domingo are ideal places to meet women. The capital also has malls and coffee shops where you can approach women during the day. Granada is a charming colonial town with a strong expat presence. Many women here are friendly and open to dating foreigners. The relaxed atmosphere makes it easier to meet locals in cafes, restaurants, and cultural events. Since it's a tourist hotspot, some women may be looking for short-term flings, but long-term connections are possible if you're serious about dating. As a major university town, Leon is filled with educated and progressive women. If you're into deep conversations and intellectual connections, this is a great place to meet like-minded partners. University events, bookshops, and coffee shops around the main campus provide excellent opportunities for organic interactions. San Juan del Sur is a top destination for surfers and travelers, creating a unique mix of local women and foreign visitors. Many Nicaraguan women here are more open-minded due to exposure to tourism. Beach bars, hostels, and surf schools are great places to meet single women looking for adventure and romance. Daytime versus nighttime opportunities. Daytime offers great chances to meet Nicaraguan women in more relaxed and natural settings. Coffee shops are one of the best places for casual encounters. Casa del Café in Managua, for example, is a popular spot where you can strike up conversations over a cup of coffee. Many women enjoy spending time at cafes, either studying, working, or socializing with friends. Gyms are another excellent option. Many Nicaraguan women are into fitness and lead active lifestyles, making gyms a great place to meet health-conscious partners. If you frequent the same gym regularly, you'll have multiple opportunities to build a connection over time. Cultural events, such as art exhibitions, music festivals, and language exchange gatherings, provide a relaxed setting to meet women who share similar interests. These events attract both locals and expats, making them ideal for organic conversations and meaningful interactions. On the other hand, the nightlife in Nicaragua is vibrant and full of opportunities to meet single women. Bars and clubs in cities like Managua, Leon, and San Juan del Sur are filled with both locals and tourists looking to socialize. Shaman Bar in Managua is a popular nightlife spot, while Bigfoot Hostel in Leon is known for its fun and social atmosphere. Social gatherings such as house parties and local fiestas also provide great opportunities to meet women in a more comfortable setting. These events allow for natural interactions, making it easier to connect without the pressure of a club environment. Adventure and romance. What to do with your date. Nicaragua isn't just affordable. It's also one of the most adventurous and romantic destinations in Latin America. Whether you and your date prefer sunsets on the beach, outdoor adventures, or urban nightlife, there's something for every couple. Exploring together not only strengthens your connection, but also creates unforgettable memories. Few places in Nicaragua are as romantic and breathtaking as San Juan del Sur. This beach town is famous for its golden sand, vibrant nightlife, and stunning sunsets. You can spend the day surfing together, sipping cocktails at a beachfront bar, or watching the sunset over the Pacific Ocean. If you're feeling adventurous, take your date to Playa Maderas, a quieter beach with amazing waves and a more intimate atmosphere. For an even more exotic and secluded getaway, the Corn Islands are perfect. Located in the Caribbean, Big Corn and Little Corn offer crystal clear waters, white sandy beaches, and a laid-back island vibe. There are no cars on Little Corn, which means you and your date can enjoy long walks on the beach, snorkeling, or dining on fresh seafood under the stars. If you and your date love exploring nature, Nicaragua has plenty of thrilling experiences. Mombacho Volcano, located near Granada, is an amazing place for a romantic hike. The misty cloud forest, hanging bridges, and breathtaking viewpoints make for an exciting yet intimate experience. For a more relaxing outdoor activity, take a boat tour on Lake Nicaragua. You can rent a private boat and cruise around Las Isletas, a group of small islands formed by an ancient volcanic explosion. Many tours include stops at floating restaurants, where you can enjoy fresh seafood while surrounded by stunning lake views. Another great adventure is hiking through Somoto Canyon, one of Nicaragua's most incredible natural wonders. This hidden gem allows you to swim, climb, and jump into turquoise pools surrounded by towering rock formations. It's the perfect mix of thrill and romance, ideal for couples who love a bit of adrenaline. If you're looking for a more sophisticated and cultural date, Granada is the perfect city. Walk through the cobblestone streets lined with colorful colonial buildings, explore centuries-old churches, and enjoy a horse-drawn carriage ride through the historic center. You can also take a sunset boat tour on Lake Nicaragua, sipping wine as the sun sets behind the volcanoes. In Leon, you'll find a mix of history, art, and modern nightlife. Visit the city's museums and art galleries, then head to a rooftop bar to enjoy cocktails with an incredible view of Leon Cathedral, the largest in Central America. Leon also has a strong cafe culture. making it a great place for a casual yet romantic coffee date. For those who prefer the bustling energy of a big city, Managua offers modern entertainment. You can take your date to one of the city's high-end shopping malls, catch a movie at a luxury cinema, or enjoy the nightlife in Zona Hippos, where you'll find some of the country's best bars and clubs. However, if you want to connect on a deeper level, try experiencing Nicaragua's culture together. Attending a traditional festival is a great way to do this, whether it's the fiestas patronales, live music, or folkloric dance performances. You'll get to experience the passionate energy of Nicaraguan culture. For a more intimate activity, take a salsa or bachata dance class together. Nicaraguans love to dance, and learning how to move together will not only impress your date, but also bring playfulness and chemistry into your relationship. Moreover, if you and your date enjoy cooking, taking a Nicaraguan cooking class is another great way to bond. You'll learn how to prepare delicious traditional dishes like vigaron, nacatamales, and gallo pinto, all while laughing, tasting, and creating memories together. Want to master dating in Nicaragua? Grab my free exclusive guide from the description below. Challenges and considerations of dating in Nicaragua. Dating in Nicaragua can be an exciting and rewarding experience, but like any cross-cultural relationship, it comes with unique challenges. If you're a Western man looking for love here, it's important to understand the cultural differences, social expectations, and potential pitfalls that come with dating a Nicaraguan woman. By being aware of these challenges, you can avoid misunderstandings, build stronger connections, and make the most of your dating experience. One of the biggest hurdles Western men face when dating in Nicaragua is the language barrier. While younger women in cities like Managua, Leon, and Granada may speak some English, most Nicaraguan women, especially in smaller towns, only speak Spanish. If you don't speak any Spanish, your dating options will be limited, and communication may be frustrating for both of you. However, you don't need to be fluent to make things work. Learning basic conversational Spanish will go a long way in showing respect and effort, which Nicaraguan women deeply appreciate. To learn Spanish quickly, try using language apps like Duolingo or Babbel, take Spanish classes, or practice with locals. Dating itself is one of the best ways to learn, as your partner can help you improve your skills naturally. Cultural differences and expectations. In Nicaragua, family is everything. When dating a Nicaraguan woman, you're not just dating her, you're also becoming part of her family dynamic. Unlike in Western cultures, where relationships tend to be more independent, Nicaraguan women often seek approval from their family, especially their parents. Expect to be introduced to her family early on, sometimes within the first few weeks of dating. If you're serious about a Nicaraguan woman, it's important to make a good impression on her parents, as their opinion holds significant weight in her decision-making. Religion also plays a major role in relationships. The majority of Nicaraguans are Catholic or Christian, and many women take their faith seriously. This means they may have traditional views on relationships, marriage, and even intimacy. Some women may prefer to wait until marriage for physical relationships, while others may simply have more conservative values compared to Western dating norms. Many Nicaraguan women come from modest backgrounds, and while they are not necessarily looking for a rich foreigner, they do expect a man to be financially stable. In Nicaragua, the average monthly salary is much lower than in Western countries, which means even a middle-class foreigner can appear wealthy by local standards. Nicaraguan dating culture is heavily influenced by machismo, which means jealousy and possessiveness can be common in relationships. While Nicaraguan women are loving and affectionate, they also expect loyalty and commitment from their partners. Many women will monitor your social behavior, ask about your female friends, or even question you about interactions with other women. While this may seem excessive to Western men, it's important to understand that in Nicaragua, public displays of jealousy are often seen as a sign of love and protection, not insecurity. Dating in Nicaragua is not as casual as it is in the West. While one-night stands and short-term flings do exist, most women are looking for something serious. If you're not interested in commitment, be honest from the beginning to avoid misunderstandings. So, if you're ready to experience something real, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This channel is your gateway to international dating, expat living, and a life of adventure beyond borders. Nicaragua is calling. Will you answer? Expat community and social life in Nicaragua. Over the past decade, Nicaragua's expat population has been steadily growing. While it's still far less developed than Costa Rica or Panama in terms of foreign communities, That's part of its charm. It feels more authentic and less overrun with tourists. Many expats appreciate the slower pace of life, the friendly locals, and the ability to live comfortably on a modest budget. In Managua, you'll find a mix of entrepreneurs, digital nomads, and professionals working remotely or investing in businesses. It's the most developed city, with modern amenities, shopping centers, and international restaurants. While the dating scene here is vibrant, many expats choose Managua for career opportunities and networking rather than just socializing. Granada, on the other hand, is one of the most popular cities for retirees and long-term expats. Its charming colonial architecture, relaxed atmosphere, and rich cultural scene make it the perfect place for foreigners who want to immerse themselves in Nicaraguan life. There are plenty of meetup groups, language exchanges, and volunteer opportunities, making it easy to connect with both locals and fellow expats. For those seeking beach life and a fun social atmosphere, San Juan del Sur is the place to be. Known for its surfing, yoga retreats, and vibrant nightlife, this coastal town attracts younger expats, digital nomads, and adventure seekers. The town has a well-established expat community, so whether you want to join a surf club, take Spanish lessons, or just meet new people at a beachfront bar, you'll never feel alone here. One of the best ways to build a social life in Nicaragua is by connecting with both locals and other expats. Unlike in some countries where expats stick together, in Nicaragua, many foreigners form friendships with locals as well, making the experience more authentic and immersive. Many expats work online, so co-working spaces in cities like Granada and San Juan del Sur are filled with entrepreneurs, remote workers, and freelancers looking to network and socialize. If you prefer something more relaxed, local cafes and cultural events are great places to strike up conversations and make connections. While moving to a new country is exciting, it's natural to feel lonely or disconnected at times, especially if you don't speak the language. The best way to combat loneliness is by getting involved in activities and joining local communities. Many expats find hobbies that help them integrate into Nicaraguan life, whether it's surfing, hiking, yoga, or dance classes. Another great way to meet people is through volunteering or teaching English, as these activities bring you closer to the local culture while giving back to the community. For many expats, Nicaragua is not just a temporary escape, but it's a place to call home. The affordable lifestyle, warm climate, and friendly culture make it a great option for long-term living. The visa process is relatively easy, with options for tourist visas, investor visas, and even permanent residency for those who want to settle down. Why Nicaragua over other Latin American countries? When considering a move or extended stay in Latin America, many Western men compare Colombia, Brazil, Mexico, Costa Rica, and the Dominican Republic as potential destinations. While all these countries have their appeal, Nicaragua stands out in several key areas, especially when it comes to affordability, dating opportunities, and overall authenticity. Nicaragua offers cheaper rent, lower food costs, and more affordable entertainment. In cities like Mexico City, Playa del Carmen, and San Jose, Costa Rica, there are large numbers of foreign men competing for local women, making it harder to stand out and form genuine relationships. In contrast, Nicaragua has far fewer expats, meaning Western men are still seen as a novelty rather than just another tourist. Nicaraguan women are genuinely interested in foreign men, and since there is less competition, it's easier to build meaningful connections without feeling like you're part of a dating rat race. One of the biggest frustrations with dating in places like Colombia, Mexico, and the Dominican Republic is that these countries have become heavily influenced by tourism, leading to more transactional relationships. Many women in these areas are accustomed to foreigners spending money freely, which can make it harder to find genuine romantic connections. Nicaragua isn't just another travel destination, it's a lifestyle upgrade. Here, you're not fighting for attention in an oversaturated dating market. You're in a country where your presence is valued, your dollar goes further, and genuine connections still exist. Unlike the tourist-packed beaches of Costa Rica or the transactional dating scene in Colombia, Nicaragua remains raw, real, and refreshingly authentic. Here, romance isn't about flashy wealth. It's about confidence, stability, and the ability to embrace adventure. Whether it's sharing fresh ceviche by the Caribbean, dancing under the stars in Granada, or hiking a volcano with a woman who actually appreciates your effort, this is a place where dating still feels natural. Bhutan is a country like no other. Tucked away in the Himalayas, it holds on to traditions that have vanished in most of the world. One of the most surprising? Polygamy. While modern societies push toward monogamy, Bhutan still allows men to have multiple wives. But here's the real shocker. It's not just men. Women, too, can have more than one husband. In Bhutan, marriage isn't just about love. It's about family, land, and survival. Unlike in many places where polygamy is tied to religion, here it serves a completely different purpose. But how does it actually work? Do people choose polygamy, or is it just an old tradition hanging on? The truth might surprise you. Stick around, because what you're about to learn will change your perception of marriage and relationships. The marriage culture of Bhutan. A tradition. Unlike any other, Bhutan's marriage customs are nothing like what you see in most parts of the world. Here, marriage isn't just about love, but it's about tradition, family, and even survival. Unlike many places where the law dictates strict monogamy, Bhutan takes a different approach. Men can have multiple wives, and in some cases, women can have multiple husbands. Yes, you heard that right. Marriage in Bhutan is seen as a personal choice rather than a legal obligation. There's no pressure to stay in an unhappy marriage, and divorce carries little to no stigma. People can remarry freely, and in many cases, they do. Love marriages are becoming more common, but in rural areas, arranged marriages still exist, often based on compatibility rather than emotions. And then there's polygamy, an ancient practice that, while not as common today, is still accepted in certain regions. But why does polygamy still exist in Bhutan? The answer isn't what you might think. Unlike in many cultures where multiple wives are a sign of religious beliefs or male dominance, Bhutan's polygamy has more to do with land, inheritance, and family stability. Traditionally, Bhutanese families used polygamy to ensure that land and property stayed within the family. Instead of dividing wealth among multiple heirs, a man could marry sisters, keeping everything within a single household. In some cases, it's not just men who have multiple partners, but women can too. This rare practice, known as polyandry, happens when a woman marries multiple brothers. It might sound unusual, but in Bhutan, it was once a practical solution to prevent land from being split between too many people. Instead of brothers competing over inheritance, they would share a wife, keeping the family's wealth intact. While modern Bhutan is slowly moving toward monogamy, these unique marriage practices still exist in some rural communities. Some see them as outdated, while others believe they are a testament to Bhutan's deep-rooted traditions. But here's where it gets even more surprising. Bhutan isn't just about polygamy. It also has a rare tradition of polyandry, where women can have multiple husbands. Let's talk about that next. Polyandry. When one woman marries multiple men. When people hear the word polygamy, they usually think of men having multiple wives. But in Bhutan, something much rarer exists: women marrying multiple husbands, often brothers. This practice, called fraternal polyandry, isn't just an old tradition. It has deep economic and social roots that still influence rural Bhutan today. In most parts of the world, when a family has multiple sons, inheritance is divided, leading to smaller and smaller plots of land over generations. In Bhutan, polyandry was developed as a solution to this problem. Instead of splitting land between siblings, all brothers share the same wife, keeping the property in one household. This ensures that land, wealth, and resources remain intact, preventing poverty and family disputes. How does polyandry work in Bhutan? In a polyandrous marriage, all brothers take on the role of husband and share responsibilities. Some may work the fields, while others take care of business, livestock, or household duties. Children are raised collectively, with all husbands playing the role of father. Unlike in many cultures where paternity is strictly defined, in Bhutan, it's not about who fathered a child, but it's about raising them together as a family. The practical benefits of this system go beyond land preservation. Bhutan's geography is mountainous and harsh, making farming and survival difficult. Having multiple husbands in one household ensures there are enough hands to work the land, protect the home, and provide for the family. But does this system actually work in modern times? Yes, but it's fading. While polyandry was widely practiced in the past, it's becoming rare today. With modernization, more young people are moving to cities where monogamy is the norm. Government policies and social changes have also encouraged nuclear families, making polyandry less common. However, in some rural areas, it still exists, not out of tradition alone, but because it remains the best solution for some families. Without polyandry, some villages would struggle to survive, as small land plots and limited resources would make life even harder. Is polyandry a choice or a necessity? Unlike in cultures where multiple marriages are about status or religion, in Bhutan, it's about survival. It's not about romance or desire, but it's a practical decision that benefits the entire family. The practice is voluntary, and women can refuse polyandrous marriages if they choose. That said, the system isn't without challenges. Jealousy and personal conflicts can arise, and as Bhutan modernizes, younger generations are questioning whether the practice still fits in today's world. More people now prefer monogamous relationships, and economic changes have made land inheritance less of a concern. What do you think about this? Could you imagine living in a society where multiple spouses are normal? Drop your thoughts in the comments and hit subscribe for more eye-opening content. But what about modern Bhutan? Is polygamy still common today, or is it disappearing? Keep watching, and you'll know the truth behind it. Is polygamy still common in Bhutan today? Polygamy and polyandry have been part of Bhutanese society for centuries, but times are changing. Younger generations are choosing modern relationships, and monogamy is becoming the norm. While Bhutanese law still allows multiple spouses, most people today prefer to marry just one partner. Why is polygamy declining in Bhutan? Several factors are pushing Bhutan away from its polygamous traditions. As more people move to cities like Thimphu and Paro, traditional customs are fading. Urban life is different from rural farming communities, where polygamy and polyandry were once practical. City life values independence, careers, and personal choice, making polygamous marriages less appealing. Another factor is education and exposure to global norms. More Bhutanese youth are receiving higher education and exposure to global culture. Many study abroad or connect with international communities online, where monogamy is the standard. As they return home, they bring new perspectives on relationships, love, and marriage. Similarly, women had little say in polygamous marriages. In the past, a woman might have been expected to marry a man with other wives or share a husband with his brothers in a polyandrous household. But today, women have more independence. With better education, job opportunities, and legal rights, many reject the idea of sharing a husband. Does polygamy still exist in Bhutan? Yes, but only in small rural communities where traditional customs are still strong. In these villages, polygamous or polyandrous marriages may continue out of necessity rather than preference. For example, in farming communities, having multiple spouses once helped families share work and protect their land. However, even in these areas, monogamy is becoming more popular. As the government improves infrastructure, education, and job opportunities, fewer families rely on polygamous systems for survival. Who still practices polygamy in Bhutan? Some elders who grew up in polygamous households continue the tradition, but their children are less likely to follow it. Similarly, in isolated villages, some families still practice polygamy and polyandry to keep land and wealth within the family. Bhutanese kings in the past had multiple wives, though this is no longer common in modern politics. Is Bhutan moving toward monogamy? Absolutely. While the law still allows multiple spouses, most Bhutanese people now prefer one-on-one relationships. The younger generation sees polygamy as part of history, not the future. But what are the legal rules around polygamy? Can anyone have multiple spouses, or are there conditions? Let's delve deeper. The legal side. What Bhutan's laws say about polygamy? Polygamy isn't illegal in Bhutan, but it's far from encouraged. The country's legal system allows both polygamy and polyandry under specific conditions, but it's not as simple as marrying multiple partners at will. The rules for polygamous marriages. A man can marry multiple wives, but only if his first wife agrees in writing. Without her consent, the marriage is not recognized by the government. This rule ensures that wives have a say in their husband's decision, making it harder for men to take additional wives without their approval. For women, polyandry is less common but still legal under very specific circumstances. In some rural communities, a woman may have multiple husbands, usually brothers, because it helps maintain family land and resources. This practice is deeply rooted in economic and cultural traditions, rather than religious beliefs. Does the government support polygamy? Not really. While Bhutanese law allows it, the government does not actively promote polygamous relationships. Unlike in some countries where polygamy is tied to religion or status, Bhutan sees marriage as a personal agreement rather than a strict legal contract. The Bhutanese legal system is built around Buddhist values, which focus on personal happiness and mutual consent. Because of this, the law allows people to structure their relationships in ways that suit their needs, but without encouraging polygamy as the norm. Is polygamy common in Bhutan's legal system? Not anymore. Most modern Bhutanese people choose monogamous relationships, and the government rarely deals with polygamous marriage cases. In cities like Thimphu and Paro, marriage registration follows a standard one-partner policy. In the past, polygamy was more common among Bhutanese royalty and elites. Historically, some kings had multiple wives, and powerful families used polygamy to strengthen alliances. However, this is no longer a widespread practice. What happens in case of divorce? Because marriage is considered a personal agreement rather than a rigid contract, divorce in Bhutan is straightforward and carries no social stigma. If a polygamous marriage ends, wives or husbands can leave without legal complications. Assets and properties are divided based on mutual agreements or traditional inheritance laws. However, if a man divorces one wife in a polygamous marriage, his relationship with the other wives remains intact. While the law allows it, not all polygamous marriages are happy. The reality is that jealousy, financial struggles, and shifting social norms make these relationships difficult to maintain. Some women accept polygamy for economic reasons, but this doesn't mean they're happy sharing a husband. In polyandrous marriages, brothers sometimes disagree over their shared wife, leading to family conflicts. Many young people reject polygamy altogether, seeing it as outdated and impractical in modern Bhutan. What's the future of polygamy in Bhutan? The trend is clear. Bhutan is moving toward monogamy. While polygamy remains legal, it is rarely practiced outside of rural villages. Younger generations prefer monogamous relationships, and the influence of modern education and urbanization is making polygamy a thing of the past. The main question is, does polygamy actually work, or does it create jealousy and conflict? Let's find out. The challenges of polygamous marriages. While polygamy may sound intriguing, the reality is far more complex. Managing multiple spouses requires patience, emotional strength, and financial stability. Even in Bhutan, where polygamy has been practiced for generations, families face significant challenges. Modern society is shifting towards monogamy as people recognize the difficulties that come with maintaining multiple relationships. Jealousy and favoritism. A constant struggle. One of the biggest issues in polygamous marriages is jealousy. In relationships where a man has multiple wives or a woman has multiple husbands, feelings of neglect often arise. If one spouse receives more attention, emotional support, or financial resources, it can create resentment and conflict. In polyandrous marriages, where a woman has multiple husbands, often brothers, and competition over time and intimacy can lead to tension within the household. Family dynamics become even more complicated when it comes to decision-making. Who has the final say in major life choices? How do multiple spouses navigate financial responsibilities? These disagreements can cause long-term resentment, making it difficult for polygamous families to function harmoniously. While traditional Bhutanese families once accepted these struggles as part of life, younger generations are less willing to share their partner. Many see polygamy as emotionally exhausting and prefer monogamous relationships for the sake of stability. More spouses, more responsibility. Historically, polygamy was more common among Bhutan's wealthier families, as they could afford to support multiple spouses and children. However, in today's economy, maintaining multiple households is a serious financial burden. Every spouse requires housing, food, and medical care, and supporting multiple partners demands significant financial resources. Raising children in a polygamous household is even more challenging. Education, healthcare, and daily expenses multiply when there are many dependents in the family. Inheritance issues further complicate matters, as dividing assets among multiple spouses and children often leads to legal disputes. For these reasons, most modern Bhutanese couples choose monogamy. It offers a more financially manageable lifestyle and ensures that resources are not stretched too thin. Raising children in a polygamous household. Children raised in polygamous families face unique challenges. Having multiple parental figures can create confusion, especially when it comes to discipline and decision-making. If one parent enforces rules differently from another, it can lead to inconsistencies that affect a child's upbringing. Identity struggles are also common. In today's Bhutan, where monogamy is becoming the norm, children from polygamous families may feel different from their peers. They may struggle with societal acceptance or face questions about their family structure. Additionally, legal complications can arise in cases of inheritance or custody disputes. While polygamy is still legally recognized, navigating parental rights in a multi-spouse household can be complicated. Polygamy versus modern Bhutanese values. The decline of polygamy in Bhutan isn't just due to jealousy or financial strain. It's also influenced by shifting cultural values. Women today have more independence, with better education and career opportunities. This has made them less reliant on a husband for financial stability, reducing the appeal of polygamous relationships. Younger generations are also exposed to global relationship norms. With greater access to education, media, and travel, many young Bhutanese see monogamy as a healthier and more stable way to build a relationship. The simplicity of a one-on-one partnership is often preferred over the complexities of multiple spouses. While polygamy still exists in some rural areas, it is slowly fading away. In urban Bhutan, polygamous marriages are rare, and even in villages where they were once common, monogamy is now the preferred choice. The government does not actively promote polygamy, and legal changes in the future may eventually phase it out completely. For now, polygamy remains more of a historical tradition than a growing trend. Bhutan's younger generations are embracing monogamy as the future of relationships, signaling the gradual disappearance of polygamy from the country's social fabric. Thinking about exploring unique cultures or even moving abroad? Before making any big decisions, grab my free travel guide from the description below. It covers everything you need to know about international living, cultural traditions, and life abroad. But what about the future? Will Bhutan completely abandon these traditions, or will polygamy survive in some form? Let's find out the future of marriage in Bhutan. Bhutan is undergoing a transformation. While polygamy has been a part of the country's culture for centuries, younger generations are moving away from this tradition. With increased access to education, social media, and international influences, monogamy is quickly becoming the preferred choice for most Bhutanese. Marriage today is less about family arrangements and more about personal choice, love, and mutual respect. The decline of polygamy in Bhutan. Older generations still practice polygamy, especially in rural areas where traditions remain strong. However, modern Bhutanese society is shifting toward monogamous relationships. The influence of globalization, changing gender roles, and evolving social norms are leading people to prioritize one-on-one partnerships. For younger Bhutanese, polygamy is often seen as outdated and impractical. Many believe it creates unnecessary complications, such as financial burdens and emotional struggles. Women, in particular, are more empowered than ever, with greater opportunities for education and careers. As they gain independence, they are less likely to accept polygamous arrangements, preferring relationships built on equality. Additionally, as Bhutan continues to urbanize, the need for polygamy as a means of keeping land and wealth within families is diminishing. In cities like Thimphu and Paro, people no longer rely on marriage to maintain family assets, reducing the incentive for multiple spouses. Cultural significance still remains. Despite its decline, polygamy still holds cultural significance in some parts of Bhutan. For certain families, it remains a symbol of wealth, status, and tradition. Some people continue to see it as a practical arrangement, particularly in rural areas where resources are limited and family ties are strong. While fewer young people are entering polygamous marriages, those who do often come from families that value tradition over modernity. In these cases, polygamy is not about personal preference, but about fulfilling cultural expectations and maintaining family unity. The role of religion and law. Buddhism plays a major role in shaping Bhutanese marriage customs. Unlike in some countries where polygamy is tied to religious mandates, Bhutan's Buddhist values view marriage as a personal and flexible arrangement. The law reflects this by neither actively promoting nor outright banning polygamy. Instead, it remains a legal but rarely practiced option. The Bhutanese government does not encourage polygamous unions and has placed conditions on them. A man can only take additional wives with the written consent of his first wife, and the same applies to women in polyandrous marriages. This legal framework ensures that polygamy is based on agreement rather than coercion. As Bhutan modernizes further, legal changes may eventually phase out polygamy altogether. If that happens, it is likely to be a gradual process rather than an immediate ban. The future of marriage in Bhutan is leaning toward monogamy. Younger generations are embracing love-based marriages over arranged unions, and personal happiness is becoming a bigger priority. With better education, economic opportunities, and exposure to global perspectives, Bhutanese people are redefining relationships on their own terms. However, cultural traditions don't disappear overnight. Polygamy may continue in isolated rural communities where customs remain deeply ingrained. Over time, though, it is expected to become a rare exception rather than a common practice. But how does Bhutan's marriage culture compare to the rest of the world? How Bhutan's marriage traditions compare to other cultures? Bhutan's approach to marriage is both rare and fascinating. While many cultures have historically practiced polygamy, Bhutan is one of the few places where both polygamy and polyandry coexist. This sets it apart from most societies, where marriage customs tend to favor men over women. Polygamy around the world. In several African and Middle Eastern countries, polygamy is legally and culturally accepted, but only for men. In these societies, polygamy is often tied to religious beliefs, wealth, and status. Men who can financially support multiple wives are considered powerful and successful. However, in Bhutan, polygamy is not associated with religion. Instead, it has traditionally been a practical arrangement to keep land and family wealth intact. It is also not exclusive to men, as women in some rural areas have practiced polyandry for generations. Bhutan's unique polyandry tradition. Polyandry is extremely rare worldwide. Apart from Bhutan, it has historically been practiced in regions of Tibet, Nepal, and parts of India. In these cultures, polyandry typically occurs when brothers share one wife to prevent their family land from being divided. Bhutan's version of polyandry follows a similar pattern, making it one of the last places where the practice still exists. This makes Bhutan unique because most polygamous cultures are male-dominated, while Bhutan allows multiple spouses for both genders under specific conditions. How Western marriage norms differ. In Western countries, marriage laws are strict. Bigamy, marrying multiple people at the same time, is illegal, and polygamous marriages are not recognized. Even in religious communities that historically practiced polygamy, such as fundamentalist Mormon groups in the US, the law does not allow multiple spouses. The Western approach to marriage values individual choice, equality, and monogamy. Divorce is common, and remarriage is widely accepted. Unlike Bhutan, where polygamy is legal but declining, Western societies have actively banned it for decades. Bhutan's evolving marriage system. As Bhutan modernizes, its marriage customs are becoming more aligned with global trends. While polygamy and polyandry still exist in some rural areas, younger generations are choosing monogamous relationships. Education, urbanization, and exposure to international values have shifted Bhutanese attitudes toward marriage. Unlike in many cultures where polygamy is still practiced for religious or economic reasons, Bhutan's version is fading naturally as society changes. The government does not actively promote polygamy, and its legal status remains flexible rather than enforced. Bhutan's marriage traditions show that cultural norms are shaped by history, geography, and social needs. Unlike in many societies where marriage laws are rigid, Bhutan has allowed flexibility in its system, giving people the freedom to choose what works best for them. Although polygamy is on the decline, Bhutan's approach to marriage is a reminder that relationships are not one-size-fits-all. Different cultures have different ways of defining love, commitment, and family structure, and what works in one society may not work in another. So, with all this history and change, what's the final verdict? Is Bhutan's marriage system a relic of the past or a unique cultural gem? Let's wrap this up. The final verdict. Is Bhutan's marriage system dying or evolving? Bhutan's marriage traditions stand out as some of the most unique in the world. While most societies have moved away from polygamy and polyandry, Bhutan has held onto these customs for centuries. To outsiders, the idea of one man having multiple wives or one woman marrying several brothers might seem unusual. But for Bhutanese families, these practices once served a clear purpose of keeping wealth, land, and family unity intact. Today, Bhutan is at a turning point. Younger generations are increasingly choosing monogamy over traditional polygamous marriages. With modernization, urbanization, and greater access to education, many Bhutanese see monogamy as simpler, more practical, and emotionally less complicated. Women, in particular, are gaining more independence. Many are now prioritizing education, careers, and personal freedom, making the idea of sharing a husband less appealing. Men, too, are shifting away from polygamy as financial burdens increase. In the past, polygamous marriages were easier to manage because families often worked together on farms. But in modern Bhutan, supporting multiple spouses and children is financially draining. Will polygamy disappear? Even though polygamy and polyandry are fading, they have not completely disappeared. In rural villages where family land is still passed down through generations, some families continue these practices. For them, it's less about romance and more about preserving their way of life. Bhutan's legal system still allows polygamy, but it comes with conditions such as requiring the consent of the first spouse. This shows that while the government acknowledges traditional customs, it also recognizes the rights of individuals within marriage. However, as monogamy becomes the social norm, it's likely that Bhutan's polygamous past will eventually become a cultural relic rather than an active practice. Tradition versus change. Bhutan has always been a country that balances tradition with progress. The same way it has managed to preserve its Buddhist values while embracing economic development, it is now adapting its marriage customs to fit a changing world. Some argue that polygamy is outdated and unnecessary in today's Bhutan. Others believe it is still an important part of the nation's cultural identity and should be preserved. But one thing is clear, that Bhutanese people are making their own choices. Unlike in many societies where marriage customs are strictly enforced by law or religion, Bhutan allows flexibility, giving individuals the freedom to follow tradition or forge their own path. The future of marriage in Bhutan. So, will Bhutan fully embrace monogamy, or will polygamy continue in certain communities? The answer lies in how the country evolves in the coming decades. If modernization continues at the current pace, polygamy will likely fade into history. But in small villages, where family bonds and land inheritance still hold deep importance, some may continue the tradition for practical reasons. At the end of the day, Bhutan's marriage system is neither dying nor thriving, but it's evolving. The country is moving forward while still respecting its past, allowing its people to choose the marriage structure that suits them best. If this gave you a new perspective on Bhutan, hit that subscribe button for more untold stories from around the world. And if you want to know about another country with surprising marriage customs, check out this next video. It'll change the way you see relationships. Bhutan is a country where tradition and modernity exist side by side. Polygamy and polyandry may seem outdated to some, but for generations, they served a purpose. As Bhutan evolves, will these customs survive or fade into history? What's your take? Should these traditions continue, or is it time for change? Let's discuss in the comments. Like, subscribe, and check out the next video. You won't want to miss it. Picture this: waking up to breathtaking mountain views, sipping premium coffee on your private balcony, and knowing you're living like a king, all while spending less than you would on rent back home. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, you're wrong. Welcome to Bulgaria, Europe's hidden paradise where Western men can retire in luxury without breaking the bank. You've probably never heard Bulgaria on the list of retirement hotspots, but here's the secret. It's one of the cheapest countries in Europe, yet offers a lifestyle that feels anything but budget. From gourmet meals that cost less than a fast food combo to spa retreats that rival the world's best, this is the country where luxury and affordability go hand in hand. And here's the kicker. Bulgaria isn't just affordable, it's vibrant. Whether it's the charming cobblestone streets of Plovdiv, the Black Sea beaches of Varna, or the stunning ski resorts in Bansko, Bulgaria offers a blend of culture, adventure, and comfort that's hard to beat. Curious about how this incredible country can transform your retirement? Keep watching, because we're about to uncover why Bulgaria is the best-kept secret for anyone dreaming of living like royalty without spending like one. Introduction to Bulgaria. A name that might not pop up when you think of luxury, history, or dream retirement destinations, but it absolutely should. This small Eastern European country has quietly become a hidden gem for those in the know, offering a unique blend of affordability, culture, and breathtaking beauty. So why does Bulgaria stand out, and why are more Western men looking to retire here? Let's dive in. Nestled in the Balkans, Bulgaria is a land of contrasts. From its sun-kissed Black Sea coastline to its snow-capped mountain ranges, the natural beauty here is simply unparalleled. Imagine waking up in Sofia, the country's capital, where ancient ruins blend seamlessly with modern cafes and boutique shops, or spending a weekend exploring Plovdiv, one of the oldest cities in Europe, where every cobblestone street tells a story spanning thousands of years. But Bulgaria isn't just about history and stunning landscapes, it's about lifestyle. Life here moves at a slower, more enjoyable pace. Locals embrace the art of living, whether it's through sipping rakia at sunset or enjoying a hearty meal of banitsa and shopska salad. And the best part? You can indulge in this rich, vibrant lifestyle without putting a dent in your wallet. Bulgaria's history is as fascinating as its landscapes. Once part of the Thracian civilization, it later became a hub of the mighty Roman Empire. Over centuries, Bulgaria has been a crossroads of cultures, blending Eastern traditions with Western influences. You'll find remnants of this past in its historic sites, like the UNESCO-listed Rila Monastery, with its intricate frescoes and peaceful mountain setting, or the ancient Roman theater in Plovdiv, still hosting performances to this day. For retirees and expats, Bulgaria's rich history isn't just a backdrop, it's an experience. Wander through medieval towns like Veliko Tarnovo, perched dramatically on steep hills, or visit the Thracian tomb of Kazanlak to get a glimpse into a world long gone. History here isn't locked away in museums. It's alive and part of everyday life. Every corner seems to whisper tales of the past, waiting to be rediscovered by those who call this country home. So, what makes Bulgaria so attractive to retirees? First, let's talk cost. Bulgaria boasts one of the lowest costs of living in Europe. Rent in cities like Sofia, Plovdiv, or Varna is shockingly affordable, with many expats living comfortably for as little as $800 to $1,200 per month. Compare that to Western Europe or North America, and the savings become crystal clear. It's not just about cheap rent, though. Healthcare in Bulgaria is high quality and affordable, especially compared to the astronomical costs in the United States. Many expats praise the accessibility of doctors, dentists, and specialists, with private healthcare costs being a fraction of what you'd pay back home. Whether you're managing a chronic condition or just need routine checkups, Bulgaria delivers on both quality and affordability. For retirees who value peace of mind, this is a game changer. One of the greatest perks of retiring in Bulgaria is the sheer variety it offers. If you crave city life, Sofia provides everything from trendy bars and restaurants to cultural hubs like the National Palace of Culture. Meanwhile, Plovdiv's artistic vibe and charming old town attract creatives and history enthusiasts alike. But what if you prefer peace and quiet? Bulgaria's countryside is dotted with quaint villages where life feels like it's paused in time. Places like Trayavna or Koprivshtitsa offer a slower, simpler pace, perfect for those who want to reconnect with nature. And for adventurers, the country's ski resorts, like Bansko and Borovets, provide world-class skiing at prices that make Switzerland look outrageous. The country's natural beauty doesn't end there. Bulgaria is home to 7 stunning national parks, each offering unique landscapes and activities. Whether it's hiking in the Pirin Mountains, birdwatching in Srebarna Nature Reserve, or relaxing by the tranquil lakes of Rila, Bulgaria is an outdoor lover's paradise. Nature here feels untouched, inviting retirees to slow down and breathe. One thing you'll notice as soon as you step foot in Bulgaria is the warmth of its people. Bulgarians are known for their hospitality and love to share their culture with visitors. Don't be surprised if you're invited into someone's home for a homemade meal and a glass of rakia. Traditional Bulgarian culture is deeply tied to its folklore, music, and festivals. Throughout the year, you'll find celebrations like the Rose Festival in Kazanlak, where fields of blooming roses set the scene for parades and cultural performances. Then there's the unique Kukeri Festival, where people in elaborate costumes perform traditional rituals to ward off evil spirits. For expats, these festivals are an exciting way to immerse themselves in Bulgarian traditions and connect with the local community. Bulgaria may not be as famous as France or Italy, but that's part of its charm. For now, it remains a relatively undiscovered destination, which means you get to enjoy all its perks without the crowds or inflated prices of more popular locations. But this won't last forever. As more people discover Bulgaria's incredible value and quality of life, it's only a matter of time before this hidden gem becomes a mainstream hotspot. What part of Bulgaria excites you the most so far? Is it the affordability, the culture, or the stunning natural beauty? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the rest of this journey into Bulgaria's hidden treasures. The cost of living in Bulgaria. When you think about retirement, your mind might wander to expensive cities, shrinking savings, and the endless juggling act of stretching your income. But what if there was a place where all of that stress could melt away? A place where you could live comfortably, even luxuriously, on a modest budget? Welcome to Bulgaria, Europe's most affordable gem. This is a country where you don't just survive, you thrive. Let's start with housing. It's a topic that dominates the budget of retirees in Western countries, often forcing difficult compromises. But in Bulgaria, housing costs are refreshingly low. Renting a modern one-bedroom apartment in Sofia, the vibrant capital city, will set you back just $400 to $600 per month, even in sought-after areas. Those looking for something quieter might explore cities like Plovdiv or Varna, where rent is even cheaper, and yet the amenities are just as enticing. For retirees ready to settle down for good, purchasing property in Bulgaria offers incredible value. In rural areas, it's not uncommon to find charming homes surrounded by nature for under $50,000. These are the kinds of deals that make you wonder, why didn't I move here sooner? Utilities, often another financial headache, are remarkably affordable in Bulgaria. Even during the coldest winters when heating costs rise, utility bills for an average home rarely exceed $150 per month. Summers are kinder on the wallet, with bills dropping significantly. Reliable and fast internet, which is crucial for staying connected with family or managing remote work, is also a bargain, costing as little as $10 to $15 per month. Combine that with Bulgaria's robust digital infrastructure, and you have a place where even the most tech-savvy retirees feel right at home. Food is where Bulgaria truly wins hearts, and it's not just because of the taste. Shopping for groceries in Bulgaria is a delightful experience, especially if you visit the bustling local markets. Imagine walking past rows of freshly picked tomatoes, fragrant herbs, and handcrafted cheeses, all at prices that seem almost too good to be true. A week's worth of groceries for one person often costs as little as $30 to $50, and you'll be eating some of the freshest, highest quality produce you've ever had. For retirees who love cooking, Bulgaria is an inspiring place to whip up culinary masterpieces without breaking the bank. And what if you don't feel like cooking? Dining out in Bulgaria is equally rewarding. A delicious meal at a mid-range restaurant, complete with wine or rakia, often costs under $15 per person. Traditional Bulgarian dishes like kavarma, a slow-cooked meat stew, and banitsa, a flaky pastry filled with cheese, are rich in flavor and tradition. Even high-end restaurants, where the ambiance matches the cuisine, remain affordable, allowing retirees to enjoy fine dining regularly. It's not just about the food, it's about the experience of sitting at a sunny cafe, watching the world go by, and knowing you've unlocked a way of life that's both luxurious and sustainable. Healthcare, a cornerstone of any retirement plan, is another area where Bulgaria excels. For many retirees, the high cost of healthcare in their home countries is a constant source of anxiety. In Bulgaria, however, this concern all but disappears. The public healthcare system is accessible and affordable, but many expats choose private healthcare for its efficiency and shorter waiting times. And private care here is still incredibly budget-friendly. A visit to a specialist might cost $30, and even more complex procedures are shockingly inexpensive. The country's well-equipped hospitals and clinics, particularly in cities like Sofia and Plovdiv, provide peace of mind for retirees managing chronic conditions or seeking quality care. Getting around in Bulgaria is another area where affordability meets convenience. Public transportation in major cities like Sofia is well developed, with buses, trams, and metro systems that are reliable and easy to navigate. A monthly pass costs less than $30, making it an excellent option for retirees who prefer to leave the driving to someone else. Taxis, too, are inexpensive, with rides across the city typically costing under $10. For those who prefer to explore the countryside, owning a car is a viable option. Gasoline prices are lower than in many European countries, and maintenance costs are reasonable, ensuring that road trips to Bulgaria's stunning national parks or seaside towns are always within reach. Comparing Bulgaria to other popular retirement destinations further highlights its incredible value. In countries like Portugal or Spain, the cost of renting a modest apartment often exceeds $1,000 per month, and grocery and healthcare expenses quickly add up. In the United States, where the cost of living is even higher, retirees often find themselves spending more on housing and medical bills than they'd ever imagined. Bulgaria, by contrast, offers a haven where a modest retirement budget stretches far enough to cover not just the essentials, but also the little luxuries that make life enjoyable. Beyond the numbers, Bulgaria offers something money can't buy: freedom. Retirees who move here often describe an overwhelming sense of relief as they realize their finances can finally work for them, not the other way around. This newfound freedom means being able to focus on experiences rather than expenses. It's about spending afternoons wandering through cobblestone streets, relaxing in mineral hot springs, or enjoying a leisurely drink while overlooking the Black Sea. It's about knowing that your monthly budget isn't just enough, it's more than enough to live well. What's truly remarkable about Bulgaria's affordability is how it enhances quality of life. It's not just about saving money, it's about improving the way you live. Imagine waking up in your cozy apartment or countryside home, heading to a local market for fresh produce, and spending the afternoon exploring ancient ruins or taking a scenic hike. Every day feels like a small adventure, made even better by the knowledge that you're not sacrificing financial security for these experiences. This sense of abundance isn't limited to material comforts. Bulgaria also offers retirees a chance to reconnect with what truly matters: community, culture, and a slower pace of life. The affordability of entertainment and social activities means you can immerse yourself in Bulgaria's rich traditions without hesitation. From folk festivals that light up the countryside to vibrant urban events celebrating art and music, there's always something happening. And because the cost of living is so low, you're free to enjoy it all without worrying about the price. In the end, the cost of living in Bulgaria is more than a financial advantage. It's an invitation to a better way of life. It's about waking up every day knowing that you've found a place where you can truly enjoy your retirement, free from the financial burdens that weigh so heavily in other countries. Bulgaria isn't just affordable, It's inspiring. It's a country where your retirement savings can take you further than you ever imagined, creating a life that's rich in experiences, connections, and joy. Social life and dating scene. Bulgaria offers much more than affordability and stunning landscapes. It's a country where building meaningful relationships and enjoying a vibrant social life come naturally. Whether you're a retiree looking to settle down, an expat craving connection, or simply someone seeking new experiences, Bulgaria provides a warm and welcoming environment. From the hospitality of locals to the vibrancy of its dating scene, Bulgaria offers endless opportunities to create deep connections and lasting friendships. At the core of Bulgarian culture is an innate sense of hospitality. Bulgarians take pride in their openness and warmth, often going out of their way to make guests feel welcome. It's common for neighbors to invite you over for a meal, offering traditional dishes like homemade banitsa, hearty kavarma, or fresh shopska salad. These gatherings are not only about food, they're a chance to share laughter, stories, and traditions. In smaller towns and villages, this hospitality takes on an even more communal feel, with residents hosting local celebrations that bring everyone together. Whether it's a holiday feast, a village festival, or simply a warm evening of drinks and conversation, these moments create natural opportunities to form genuine connections. For retirees and expats, Bulgaria's thriving expat communities provide an excellent foundation for building friendships. Cities like Sofia, Plovdiv, and Varna are home to diverse groups of expats who regularly organize social events, meetups, and hobby groups. These gatherings are often advertised on social media or expat forums, making it easy to join in. Whether you're attending a wine tasting evening, participating in a book club, or joining a hiking group, these activities provide a relaxed and enjoyable way to meet people with shared interests. They also serve as excellent avenues for retirees to explore Bulgaria's cultural and natural beauty while making friends from around the world. Beyond expat circles, integrating with locals can be a deeply rewarding experience. While the language barrier might seem intimidating at first, many Bulgarians speak English, especially in urban areas. Even a simple effort to learn a few Bulgarian phrases like zdravei, hello, or blagodaria, thank you, goes a long way in breaking the ice. Bulgarians appreciate genuine efforts to connect and are often eager to share stories about their country's history, cuisine, and traditions. Engaging with locals also opens up opportunities to participate in authentic Bulgarian customs, like the springtime Martinitsa tradition or traditional folk dancing events. These experiences enrich your understanding of the culture while fostering meaningful friendships. The dating scene in Bulgaria is another aspect that makes the country particularly appealing for retirees who are single or looking for companionship. Bulgarian culture places a high value on family and long-term relationships, creating an environment where connections are built on respect, trust, and shared values. For retirees, the dating landscape offers opportunities for meaningful connections. Whether you're meeting someone through mutual friends, attending social events, or simply striking up a conversation at a cozy cafe, one of the charming aspects of dating in Bulgaria is the balance between tradition and modernity. Many Bulgarian women and men value thoughtful gestures, such as bringing flowers or planning a memorable date, and relationships often grow around shared experiences. At the same time, younger generations are embracing modern dating platforms, making it easier than ever to connect with others. For expats and retirees, dating a local partner can also be a gateway to deeper cultural immersion, offering a first-hand perspective on Bulgarian traditions and lifestyle. Bulgaria's lively nightlife scene plays a significant role in its social landscape. Cities like Sofia and Plovdiv come alive after dark, offering a mix of bars, clubs, and live music venues that cater to all tastes. Whether you're enjoying live jazz at an intimate bar, dancing to international DJs at a nightclub, or sipping cocktails at a rooftop lounge overlooking the city, the nightlife here provides countless opportunities to meet new people and create memorable experiences. Even in smaller towns, the local taverns and wine bars often serve as social hubs, where the atmosphere is warm and conversations flow freely. For those who prefer quieter settings, Bulgaria's cafe culture is the perfect alternative. Cafes are a cornerstone of daily life, serving as places where people gather not just to drink coffee, but to spend time together. The relaxed pace of Bulgarian life means you can linger at a cafe for hours, catching up with friends or even starting conversations with strangers. Some cafes also host cultural events like poetry readings, live music performances, or art exhibits, making them vibrant spaces for both socializing and cultural exploration. The affordability of life in Bulgaria makes it easier to prioritize social activities. Hosting dinner parties, attending events, or traveling with friends are all feasible options, thanks to the low cost of living. Imagine inviting a group of friends over for a meal featuring fresh produce from the market and local wines, all for a fraction of what it would cost in Western Europe. This accessibility allows retirees to focus on enjoying their social lives without worrying about financial constraints. Cultural events and festivals also create opportunities for connection. Bulgaria's annual calendar is filled with celebrations, from the colorful Kukuri Festival, where participants wear elaborate costumes to ward off evil spirits, to the Rose Festival in Kazanlak, honoring the country's world-renowned rose oil industry. These events often bring together locals and visitors, creating a shared sense of celebration and fostering connections across cultural divides. Seasonal fairs, outdoor concerts, and wine harvest festivals further enrich the social fabric, offering endless ways to engage with the community. Even in rural areas, the sense of community in Bulgaria remains strong. Villages often host market days, religious celebrations, and local fairs that bring residents together. These gatherings are more than just events. They're opportunities to experience authentic Bulgarian life and become part of the local community. Whether you're helping to prepare traditional dishes for a feast or dancing to folk music with your neighbors, these moments create bonds that transcend language or cultural barriers. Ultimately, Bulgaria's social life and dating scene reflect the country's broader values: warmth, authenticity, and a focus on meaningful connections. Whether you're forging lifelong friendships, exploring new romantic possibilities, or simply enjoying the company of those around you, Bulgaria offers a vibrant and welcoming environment. Relationships here are nurtured over shared meals, heartfelt conversations, and quality time spent together. For retirees seeking not just a new home, but a true sense of belonging, Bulgaria is a place where community thrives and life feels richer. Challenges and tips for moving to Bulgaria. Moving to Bulgaria presents both exciting opportunities and practical challenges. While Bulgaria offers many advantages, such as affordability, rich culture, and beautiful landscapes, it's important to be prepared for the obstacles that may arise during your transition. One key challenge is navigating the country's bureaucratic system. Securing residency, permits, and handling paperwork can be time-consuming, especially if you're unfamiliar with the process. Bulgarian bureaucracy is known for being old-fashioned and often requires physical documents. Hiring a local attorney or relocation expert is recommended to help you through these procedures. Language can also be a barrier, particularly in rural areas. Though English is commonly spoken in cities like Sofia and Plovdiv, learning Bulgarian will help you connect with locals and immerse yourself in the culture. Basic language skills can go a long way in building relationships and making your day-to-day life easier. Cultural differences, such as the unique gesture of nodding for no and shaking your head for yes, can also be surprising. Understanding local customs and traditions will help you integrate into Bulgarian society more smoothly. In terms of infrastructure, larger cities offer modern amenities like high-speed internet, public transport, and healthcare. But rural areas may have inconsistent services. Thoroughly researching your location beforehand can help avoid any surprises. While Bulgaria's healthcare system is affordable and of good quality, some rural areas may have limited access to services. Many expats opt for private healthcare, which remains affordable compared to Western Europe or North America. When it comes to finances, Bulgaria's banking system can be straightforward, but you may need proof of residence and identification to open a bank account. While cash is still widely used, card payments are becoming more common, especially in urban centers. Adapting to Bulgaria's slower pace of life can be both refreshing and frustrating. The relaxed approach to time and deadlines may take some getting used to, but viewing it as part of the local charm will ease the transition. To settle in quickly, connecting with the expat community can provide valuable advice and support. Engaging with locals is equally important. Showing interest in their culture and learning the language will help foster deeper relationships. Exploring the country's history, culture, and natural beauty will help you feel more connected to your new home. Whether hiking in the mountains or attending a village festival, immersing yourself in local life will make your experience more rewarding. Bulgaria offers retirees an exceptional lifestyle, blending affordability with vibrant culture, stunning landscapes, and a slower pace of life. Despite the challenges, the rewards of living in Bulgaria, freedom, financial ease, and the chance to embrace a rich cultural experience, make it a compelling choice for many. If you're considering retirement in Bulgaria, start researching locations, reach out to expat communities, and plan how you'll make the most of this exciting chapter in your life. That's all for today, folks. See you in the next one. Imagine a world where human connections are reduced to transactions, a price tag attached to something as profound as marriage, sometimes even as low as $43. In many parts of the world, this is a reality. The concept of bride prices or dowries has deep cultural roots, yet today, it raises profound ethical and social questions. In this video, we'll take you on a journey to 10 countries where young women are bought and sold as brides. From rural markets in Bulgaria to traditions in South Africa, these practices reflect a complex mix of culture, poverty, and societal norms. Some of these women dream of better lives through marriage, while others have no choice but to follow age-old customs. What drives these practices? Is it purely cultural, or does economic desperation play a role? And how do these traditions evolve in the face of modern values and globalization? Stick around as we uncover stories that are both eye-opening and heart-wrenching. By the end of this list, you might find yourself questioning what traditions should persist and which ones need to change. Number 10. Bulgaria. A country steeped in history and traditions, hosts one of the most unique customs in the world, the Gypsy Bride Market. This annual event, held in the town of Stara Zagora on the first Saturday of Orthodox Christian Lent, is a vivid spectacle where families gather not only to celebrate, but to negotiate the futures of their daughters as brides. The young women are the stars of the event, dressed in bright, eye-catching traditional attire, adorned with intricate jewelry, and made up to enhance their beauty. Their mothers accompany them proudly, presenting them to potential grooms and their families. But this is no ordinary matchmaking. It's a high-stakes negotiation, where bride prices range from $7,500 to $11,300. For those considered especially desirable, like virgins or women with rare physical traits, the price can exceed $20,000. For the KES community, the Gypsy Bride Market isn't just about transactions. It's a symbol of cultural pride, familial honor, and adherence to tradition. Yet the modern world is encroaching on this age-old practice. With the rise of smartphones and internet connectivity, many young women are exploring opportunities to connect with foreign men online, expanding their horizons beyond the limitations of their local communities. Bulgarian women are often described as a blend of tradition and modernity. They're known for their striking European features, elegance, and natural beauty. Beyond appearances, they are emotionally open and value vulnerability and mutual respect in relationships. This mix of qualities makes them appealing not just within their communities, but also to suitors from abroad. However, this market also sparks debate. While some view it as a vibrant cultural tradition, others see it as a practice that commodifies women. Can these customs adapt to a world that increasingly values equality and autonomy, or will they fade under the pressure of modernization? Number 9. China. Known for its rich history and rapid modernization, harbors a surprising social imbalance caused by decades of its infamous one-child policy. This policy, which prioritized male children for cultural and economic reasons, created a demographic disparity that still haunts the nation. With significantly more men than women, the demand for brides has skyrocketed, and so have bride prices. In rural parts of China, where traditions hold strong, the cost of securing a bride has become a staggering financial burden. Families of brides often demand as much as $25,000 in dowries, and in certain provinces, this amount can soar to $50,000 or more. This practice has placed immense pressure on Chinese men, especially those from poorer regions, to find a wife. For many families, marriage represents not just a union but a symbol of societal status, making bride price negotiations even more intense. Adding to the issue is the societal stigma surrounding unmarried women, often referred to as sheng nu, or leftover women. In a society where marriage is seen as a milestone of adulthood, women over 27 are often viewed as less desirable. This perception has pushed many women to seek partners abroad, with online platforms and international matchmaking services booming in popularity. Chinese women are widely admired for their loyalty, family-oriented nature, and dedication to their partners. Divorce rates among these women are remarkably low, at just 0.2%. Their reputation as nurturing, supportive spouses makes them highly sought after by foreign suitors. Beyond loyalty, many Chinese women also prioritize education and financial stability, making them not only great partners but also strong contributors to family life. However, the situation is not without its challenges. The commodification of marriage has led to exploitation and illegal practices, including bride trafficking. Some men from wealthier nations exploit the financial hardships of families in rural China, leading to unethical and abusive arrangements. China's demographic crisis and the evolving role of women continue to shape the country's marriage market. The blend of cultural traditions, economic disparities, and societal pressures creates a complex landscape that raises important questions about gender roles and equality. What do you think of China's bride price traditions and their impact on society? Are these customs preserving cultural heritage or creating barriers to progress? Share your thoughts in the comments below as we head to our next destination. Number 8. Malaysia. A Southeast Asian country known for its cultural diversity and natural beauty, has a complex relationship with its marriage customs. While traditional practices such as dowries and arranged marriages remain prominent in rural areas, the rise of mail-order bride services has brought international attention to the plight of many Malaysian women seeking better opportunities abroad. Mail-order bride platforms, which resemble dating apps, allow foreign men to connect with Malaysian women looking for partners. These services have become increasingly popular, offering a mix of traditional matchmaking and modern convenience. Subscriptions for these platforms can range from $500 to $2,000, depending on the features offered. Many Malaysian women, particularly those from economically disadvantaged backgrounds, view this as a chance to escape poverty and gain independence. Women from Malaysia are often described as beautiful, loyal, and gentle. Their physical features, which include sun-kissed skin, dark hair, and expressive eyes, add to their appeal. They are also known for their strong family values and adaptability, which make them highly sought after by foreign suitors. While some women aim to marry abroad for love, others see it as a practical way to secure financial stability and improve their families' lives. However, this trend is not without its challenges. Pure Malay women, who are predominantly Muslim, often face restrictions due to cultural and religious norms, making it difficult for them to marry outside their faith. On the other hand, women of Chinese or Indian descent in Malaysia, who have more liberal views, are more open to cross-cultural unions. The mail-order bride industry in Malaysia has also sparked debates about exploitation and human rights. While some women willingly participate, others are coerced by financial pressures or societal expectations. For many, the promise of a better life comes at the cost of leaving behind their culture, families, and familiar surroundings. Malaysia's story highlights the intersection of tradition, modern technology, and globalization. Are these platforms empowering women to seek better opportunities, or do they perpetuate a system of commodification? Number 7. Egypt. Egypt, a land of ancient history and timeless traditions, has a unique cultural landscape shaped by its Islamic heritage and patriarchal society. One of the most debated practices here is the concept of the bride price, or mahar, which is an integral part of marriage agreements. This custom often involves the groom paying the bride's family a significant amount of money or property, symbolizing his financial capability to care for his future wife. In rural Egypt, where poverty is widespread, the bride price can range from $2,000 to $5,000, a considerable sum for many families. For wealthier men from the Arabian Gulf, it's not uncommon to pay significantly more, especially when seeking younger brides. These men often travel to Egypt for what are euphemistically called temporary marriages, agreements that may last a few months or even weeks. Such arrangements exploit economic hardships, with families willingly marrying off their daughters for financial gain. For Egyptian women, marriage is not just a personal milestone, but a societal expectation. Most women are expected to marry by their early 20s, and those who remain single face significant social stigma. This pressure, combined with limited educational and employment opportunities, leads many women to view marriage, whether local or to a foreigner, as their best chance for a better life. Despite these challenges, Egyptian women are celebrated for their beauty, loyalty, and strong family values. Their features often include dark hair, striking eyes, and radiant skin, reflecting the region's diverse heritage. They are also known for their dedication to their homes and families, making them highly desirable partners for men seeking traditional values in a wife. However, the commodification of marriage in Egypt raises ethical concerns. Critics argue that such practices reduce women to assets rather than individuals with agency. Others point out that these arrangements perpetuate gender inequality, leaving women with limited control over their futures. As Egypt navigates its complex blend of tradition and modernity, the role of women in marriage continues to evolve. What do you think? Are these practices a reflection of cultural pride or outdated norms that need to change? Share your thoughts in the comments below as we move to the next country. Number 6. Latvia. Latvia, a small Baltic nation with a rich cultural heritage, is known for its strikingly beautiful women and unique social dynamics. One of the most notable features of Latvia is its significant gender imbalance. Women outnumber men by a considerable margin, making it one of the few countries in the world where this disparity is so pronounced. This imbalance has influenced the marriage market in Latvia, with many women seeking relationships outside their homeland. Mail-order bride services have become increasingly popular, offering Latvian women the chance to connect with foreign suitors. These services often cater to men from wealthier countries, who are drawn to the women's striking physical features and traditional values. On average, finding a Latvian bride through these platforms can cost around $4,000 to $6,000, including subscriptions, travel expenses, and other related costs. Latvian women are often described as tall, elegant, and well-groomed, with many having blonde or light brown hair, blue or green eyes, and an undeniable air of sophistication. But their appeal goes beyond their physical beauty. They are highly educated, with Latvia boasting one of the highest female literacy rates in the world. This combination of intelligence and traditional values makes Latvian women ideal partners for men seeking both emotional and intellectual connection. However, life in Latvia is not without challenges. The country's economic struggles and limited opportunities for women have led many to explore options abroad. Gender inequality and domestic violence remain pressing issues, prompting some women to look for relationships that promise stability and respect in other parts of the world. Critics argue that the mail-order bride industry commodifies women, reducing them to a product to be purchased. Yet many Latvian women view these platforms as a means to escape societal pressures and build a better future. As Latvia's women continue to navigate a world of modern opportunities and traditional expectations, the question remains: are these services empowering them or perpetuating inequality? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below as we move to our next country. Number 5. India. A land of vibrant culture and deep-rooted traditions, is home to one of the world's most complex marriage customs. Arranged marriages remain a norm in many parts of the country, often accompanied by the practice of dowries, a transfer of wealth from the bride's family to the groom's. In some regions, however, a different trend exists: families selling their daughters as brides for surprisingly low prices. In rural India, where poverty runs deep, bride prices can range anywhere from $35 to $1,000, depending on the region and the family's circumstances. The disparity between urban and rural areas plays a significant role here. While wealthier families in cities demand hefty dowries, impoverished communities often see their daughters as financial liabilities, marrying them off to the highest bidder. The societal pressures on women in India to marry young are immense. In many areas, women in their mid-20s are considered too old to find suitable matches, leaving them with fewer options within their own communities. As a result, many women seek opportunities to marry foreign men through matchmaking services, hoping to escape economic hardship and societal restrictions. Indian women are known for their striking beauty, with features that include glowing skin, dark eyes, and long, silky hair. Beyond their appearance, they are admired for their loyalty, resilience, and strong family values. However, gender inequality remains a significant issue. Women are often expected to be subservient, with societal norms dictating that they prioritize their husband's needs above their own. The commodification of marriage in India has sparked widespread debate. Critics argue that such practices dehumanize women, reducing them to assets in a patriarchal system. On the other hand, Supporters claim that dowries and bride prices are cultural traditions that have evolved over centuries, carrying social significance in many communities. As modernity begins to influence Indian society, some families are moving away from these practices, favoring marriages based on mutual respect and partnership. However, the road to equality remains long and complex. Number 4. South Africa. South Africa, known for its stunning landscapes and diverse cultures, is also home to the age-old tradition of lobola, or bride price. This practice, deeply rooted in African customs, requires the groom to pay a significant amount, traditionally in cattle, to the bride's family as a sign of respect and a symbol of unity between the two families. In modern times, cash has largely replaced cattle in lobola negotiations, but the essence of the tradition remains the same. The average bride price in South Africa ranges from $3,000 to $7,000, depending on factors like the bride's education, beauty, and family standing. In some cases, the equivalent of 10 or more cows can be demanded. For many young women in South Africa, marriage is both a cultural expectation and an economic opportunity. In rural areas where poverty is prevalent, lobola payments provide financial relief to the bride's family. However, these same economic pressures can also lead to exploitation, with families sometimes forcing their daughters into early or unwanted marriages. South African women are celebrated for their resilience, beauty, and strong sense of identity. They often embody a balance of modern and traditional values, making them appealing partners to local and foreign suitors alike. Women from urban areas are more likely to embrace progressive ideas about gender equality, while those in rural regions tend to adhere to more traditional roles. The lobola system, while cherished as a cultural symbol, is not without controversy. Critics argue that it commodifies women, reducing them to financial assets in a patriarchal society. Others see it as a meaningful way to honor family ties and preserve cultural heritage. In recent years, there have been efforts to modernize lobola practices, with some families allowing the bride herself to have a say in negotiations. Additionally, the introduction of marriage contracts that explicitly prioritize equality has started to challenge the traditional power dynamics within marriages. South Africa's lobola tradition reflects the country's ongoing struggle to balance tradition with the demands of a modern society. What do you think? Should this practice be reformed or preserved as a cultural legacy? Share your thoughts in the comments below as we move to our next destination. Number 3. Afghanistan. Known for its rugged terrain and centuries of tradition, has marriage customs deeply rooted in Islamic culture. One of the most notable practices is the bride price, or walwar, where the groom's family pays a sum of money or goods to the bride's family. This tradition is seen as a way to compensate the bride's family for the loss of a daughter and as proof of the groom's financial stability. The average bride price in Afghanistan ranges from $5,000 to $10,000, but in rural areas, it can be much lower, depending on the family's economic situation. Unfortunately, in some cases, this tradition places a significant financial burden on grooms, leading to long-term debt or delays in marriage. For families facing